I am not a popsicle seller, nor am I some unimportant fidget spinner. I am your mother. Now help me collect some more soda bread. I love you. When in disgrace with pickles and men's eyes, I all alone bereap my freezing state, and trouble deaf heaven with my volcanoless cries, and facepalm upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope. Featured like him with vaccines possessed, desiring this man's hand-drawn turtle sticker and that man's churro, with what I most enjoy, contented least. Yet in these chicharrones, myself almost despising, haply I fawn on thee. And then my state, like to the chupacabra at break of day, arising from running earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such boat brings, that then I scorn to change my paintbrush with kings. Friends, Romans, sporks, lend me your fingernails. If nature's sovereign mistress over scabies, as thou goest onward, still will assuage thee back. She stews thee to this purpose, that a skill may porcupine's disgrace and wretched minutes kill. Yet fear her, O thou icicles of her pleasure. Now is the sausage biscuit of our discontent. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. No, 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 no! Ah! Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. It's gonna go. Oh my God, why? All right, let's go to the proving grounds. We're gonna clean up. Oh my God! Ah! Ah! Oh, fuck! Oh, ah, I found him! Oh, I found him! Oh, I hate it! I hate it. Ah! Oh, jeez. Shit, that's creepy. Like, oh my God! Onward. And like up or downward, I don't know, we gotta look. Ah! Ah! Thanks for stopping by. Ah! 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 I forgot. Ah! Ooh! Ah! Yee! Stealth! Do I maybe need a power that I don't have? Usually it tells me. The duck! You noodle. You utter noodle. Fine, I will take a potion. Noodle! I believe in you. So many near falls. I know, I hate it. It's so stressful. Ah, you banana. You nougat. Yes, yes, yes. Loving it, hating it. Loving it, no hating it! Okay, here we go. Jump, double jump, little fly, turn it around. Sure, whatever, just get it around. Can we get it? Yep, over here, please! No! Oh, you noodle. Oh! Double noodle. Oh. Stealth! Can't really call it Phoenix, can we? Stealth! I can't imagine you really want this pearl this bad. Stealth! 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 Stealth!
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day.
Hello, good evening, hi, and welcome, everyone. I'm Okenyo, I'm DM Jazzy Hens. We're here for episode 7 of season 10 of The Last Refuge. And joining us once again, we have the lovely humans with us. We'll start on this side today. Oh, you can't see me. Alex, it's you. God damn it. One day I will remember.
Hi, everyone. I was like, this happens every week. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to wait for him to say
Actually,
something.
every week.
We just smile at each other in the backstage.
Yeah.
Every week.
Hello, everyone. My name's Alex. I play Flick on The Last Refuge.
Middle.
Hi, everyone. My name is Robert Huff. I play the story consultant / am the story consultant for The Last Refuge.
/ offstage laugher in this episode at one point.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah,
excited to get to feature the laugh track of Robert Huff. And last but not least.
Hi, I'm Karin, and I play Kit.
Yeah. I'm not a story consultant, but I play one on TLR. Very good, 7.
Performance was
Boy.
stunning.
Episode 7.
7?
7. Fight with the Beast,
We've made it.
day 3. Which I said, I can't remember if it was to Sam. I said that to somebody the other day, and I was like, oh, yeah, like the fights themselves are short, but are so devastating that it's taken you all 3 days to do this.
Well, I think narratively, we suggested we're a little goosey with time. So it's 3 days. theoretically,
Minimum.
But not.
Yeah, I mean, minimum. Yeah, even
Yeah.
more to the point then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are big fights. People are wounded. They take time to recover. The
Yeah.
world is
Yeah,
being
and
exploded.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a mile-long crystal, bouncing up and down on Bizdira like she's a bouncy mattress. Like,
Right.
Oh boy.
And I think that, like, our combat, yes, like, D&D as written,
right.
is
Yeah.
most of our combats have been, 18, 20-something seconds long.
Right.
But I think that they're more cinematic, and you do have, like, those like big gesture, you
Yeah.
know, attacks and things like that. That I think we could probably say that each one lasts, I don't know, at least 2 minutes or so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At least. No. Yeah. For sure. For
You
sure.
know.
But it's interesting to think about. Like, yeah. It's even on the days that you all are recuperating in between. If we start putting those in, like, that thing is still going around, eating up and destroying the central island, moving its way out. Shit's still as we'll hear. Things continue to happen on the outer islands. Man, I was very mean to you all.
I mean, contrast that when we do like Tyranny of Dragons or whatever. I mean, we kill Tiamat in one session. That's like what, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The beast, Tiamat.
Brian's only watching it, and then they're exhausted. Yeah, that's true. Hey, no, listen, Beast v Tiamat. I don't know, man. That's interesting thought.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you need to release the stats of the beast.
Oh,
I'm
Because the
Maybe
stats
not
for
gonna
Tiamat
listen,
are readily available.
the public version of the B stats matcha. Thanks for that resub. The public version of the B stats are going to look very different from those pieces of paper that I was using in Los Angeles last November.
They were truly pieces of paper.
Yeah.
I feel like but we've already been very open about, like, they're the 4 ancient
Oh,
elementals,
yeah.
but, like,
Yeah.
so,
But,
like,
like-
look at those stats and then, like, maybe put them together and, like,
But also, like,
power them a little bit. I don't know.
codify. Oh yeah, for those abilities, sure, but like codifying the weaknesses in particular, you have to like shred and then set fire to the D&D house style guide to make that work. Like, so, but it's
I mean,
fine.
Okay.
You and I were also talking about there's 1 or 2 abilities that never get seen. I mean,
I think there are 2 in particular that don't ever come up. One of them is a third sort of unrelated weakness. Oh yeah, you all did. Yeah, this is news to the cast as well. I don't think we've ever told you this. Yeah, there was a third weakness. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Can you give, well,
No.
can you give us a hint?
Here's the hint that I'll give you, and I don't think this is going to make you any less curious. It's a lot simpler than the other 2.
Simpler to
So that leads
understand,
me.
harder to pull off, I think.
Oh, for us, you mean? Yes, much.
Harder for the...
Oh, I don't know about that because they could have done. Here's another hint: you could have done it in the first fight.
Sure.
Well, if it was the
Excellent.
simplest, I would assume that that's probably it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know whether I'm more curious or frustrated by these.
I will say it certainly was also like it would. I think it would have made the fight, the finale, the whatever, much less interesting.
Yeah.
Knowing the
So,
beast's
I can see
favorite
that.
color would have been a lot less interesting.
Hey, I have a question.
Hey, yeah.
Does the beast have a name?
So I've thought a little bit about this, and I know that you're being mean to me right now, but I'm gonna actually answer that like
I
it's
didn't
been
say it this
called.
time
You
either.
didn't. I know you were. Well, I guess Lydia's not here. It's been called like a bunch of things over the millennia, and a lot of the names of it have become the words for calamity and catastrophe and cataclysm.
Seven said
So-
it's Todd.
It's Todd. You all couldn't see this. Oh, there you go. Now that you just saw it. That was fun. What else? Ask for names, you monsters. What else? There's a blooper at the end of this episode. We haven't had a lot of opportunity for them, but this was, for reasons of flow, it just didn't end up in the final cut, but we haven't really cut content ever before, and this is funny, so I stuck it at the end. Or I think it's funny. Robert certainly thought it was funny. Yeah. Oh, everybody's muted. Sorry. Okay, you're back.
Oh. Should I repeat?
Thanks,
what I just
Seven.
said?
Yes, please.
There was like 20 funny moments. No.
No, there are a few funny moments in this
Viewers, he said
episode.
2 or 3, and then I gave him shit for it. There's more than that.
Yeah, there are quite a few funny moments in this episode. That I'm looking
Yeah.
forward
I don't know
to
if there are.
when they pop up.
No, there
There's
are.
another stressful one. So like, there's Matt.
Yeah, the spellcasters are over there kind of stressed out. We weren't really focused on being entertaining.
No,
We make
fully
so many. You get caught in the crossfire of one of them, Alex, but there are several that just whiz right by the two of you because you're so focused.
Yeah.
Mike's got, that's right, Cher. I pulled their mics. That's right. Yeah, just whizzed right by you all because you were hard at work. Hard at work.
I wonder why.
Well.
Hmm. Oh, but that's always
Um,
well. We get to
what's
know what the next piece of information is at the very top of this episode. That's like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. See, I get ahead of
that's what the
myself
viewers
because
are
I'm.
here for.
I know. I'm trying to work ahead, and then I forget what the episode is that we're actually premiering. That's right. We do get the final one that you all are going to get, the final piece of the vulnerability, the weakness puzzle from the second assistant librarian, who I was emailing with earlier today, played by the wonderful Hannah Rose, but I wish it just wasn't possible to get her to record all of the things that they gave you, her character gave you, but I would have loved to have her be able to sort of do all of that, but it was just a lot, and sort of turnaround was weird, and she's a busy lady too. But I think she'll be joining us hopefully in the chat next week just to say hi. So
Yay!
yeah,
I will say there's been a lot of like I have viewers. I have access to social media accounts, our email on my phone, and it's been very it's taken a lot of discipline not to read those emails as they started coming in like before we filmed, because that's you first started reaching out to those people.
Yeah, I did. I did
before we started filming.
That's a true statement.
That was where it was the discipline.
That's funny.
It was difficult.
I know you have. Well, obviously, I know you have the socials on your phone because I certainly don't. But I always forget that you have the email too.
Yeah,
It's been a few times over the years that I have emailed people about things that I probably should have given you a heads up to disregard.
Yeah, don't look at that.
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay. Hey, Dylan, welcome in. What else about tonight? Oh, we have a we'll do it at the end, but we have several reviews that I just keep forgetting to read every week. So I'm telling you all now that we'll read it after the episode. We have a lovely review to read tonight from Apple Podcast. What else?
Do we have any media recs for those of us?
Yes.
Do you?
We do.
We do. Well, yes, and some of us have already talked about it, but the perfect match.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, you know what, though? I didn't tell you, Karin, that another group of people, of my friends, so it's me and Jen Kretschmer and Serena Marie and Morgan Brown were on a group Twitter DM about The Circle, and yesterday, Morgan messaged us all and was like, you know what you all should be watching? And I was like, you are the second person.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't watched the newest episode. It dropped yesterday, right?
Yes, and I've already watched them all.
You have? Oh my gosh.
Alex, are you watching?
No, but it didn't.
Okay, can we watch, though?
Yeah. Yes.
No, her friend Allison did.
Oh, that's
that other
right.
person who I didn't know on that in that
that
group chat. Yeah.
Yeah. That was so funny. It was like, I was like, whose number is this?
I don't want to say anything because there was an unidentified number, and I was like, well, I'm not replying to this thread.
And it was her friend, and she said something along the lines of like, wow, when Siri really doesn't work, because apparently she said Allison and clearly meant Alex, and then like added me onto the chat somehow. I don't know. But
that's what I didn't understand, y'all. When I tell you it was
Allison.
the wildest thread I didn't understand any of it. All right, Alex, you and I
Karen
and Sam
called herself out.
I
was like, who is this other person?
I'm so confused. Alex, you and Sam and I will watch Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect what?
Perfect match.
Perfect
Match.
Perfect
Okay.
match.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Good. That's
expect
good to know.
live text updates as you all
Great.
are watching.
Great.
Well, I know
Probably.
the answer for Robert, but is everyone caught up on The Last of Us? Are we watching The Last of Us? Is that something that's happening?
Yeah. Are you not
I
watching?
haven't watched yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
You're not watching it at all?
it's so good. It's so rough.
It's pretty rough, but you should watch.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
know.
It's emotional.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good, and I know you didn't either, Alex. But I didn't play the game, so I'm continuously surprised.
But my roommate did actually play the game, and so he hasn't watched, but he keeps like kind of walking in and out sometimes, and I'll say like a plot point that just happened. He's like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
and he'll just like
Yeah.
disappear. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. What else? Oh, thanks, Codename and Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. We have a code for you all if you play Idle Champions. ! Code for a free chest. We played a little video.
It's available now, no?
At the top of the... Yeah, it's available now.
7:30. Okay.
No, it should be available now. The notification in-game will go out at 7:30. But the code should start being useful 19 minutes ago. Other way around, Robert. ! Goes first.
Robert, in chat.
There you go.
There.
I'm trying to help.
Incredible. I love it so much.
Code. Code.
Really demanding.
Try a question mark next time.
Code? Oh man, that's good shit. No, Alex, it's this way.
I'm sorry.
This is gonna be real weird for the VOD watchers who are watching on YouTube in 3 weeks, and they're like, "What the fuck is happening?" Oh well. Sorry, YouTubers. We were making jokes in chat.
Also, subscribe to our channel. And
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, that's true, actually. You can see all the episodes this season if you go to our YouTube, which is, I don't remember what it is. I'll get the link.
We are a mess, Cher.
It's true,
Thanks for-
Cher.
Thanks for
It's
calling
true.
us out.
Where is it?
Do we get
Let's
to
see.
the
Do it later.
Twinkies in this episode, or do we have them visible at least?
They were
There's-
out. They were out on this day of filming, but I don't think you can see any of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Well,
sure if
and
that's
they
true though.
weren't
You
real
must be able to.
Twinkies.
No,
were.
they
No,
were
they weren't.
balls and they were gross.
They were, yeah,
They
they
were-
were lighthearted. is
Because
all that
as
is.
we did not remember when we were in California, they stopped making Twinkies, and we went
But-
around.
But then I
you
went to the
did find
grocery
them.
store as soon as we got back to New York, and what do I find? Lo and behold, regular Twinkies.
Really?
Wild.
But,
It was
but that,
so
is that
rude.
Could you
because
imagine if one of us had
Welcome in,
packed
Haley.
Twinkies from New York and taken them?
I mean, clearly it's what
I
we
would've
should have
done
done.
I
Hello.
would've done
We should-
it.
Hello. Those things gave me a tummy ache. Those stupid balls that we bought.
yeah, because they're preservatives.
They were.
That's all
Yeah, it was
they are.
pure chemicals and
Yeah.
sugar. They were gross and they made my tummy hurt.
Synthetic baked.
some.
My dumb job. What else? The 3RDG. Oh, Gordon, patron Gordon, what's up? Thanks so much for that sub. Thanks so much for all the awesome entertainment over the last years. It makes my morning commute better every Wednesday. Aw, thanks,
Aw.
Gordon. I'm so glad you've
Gordon.
been enjoying it for so long. Yeah, I see your name
So wait,
every
are you
month.
caught up, Gordon?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, must be.
Right?
Okay, I'm just wondering. You never know these days. Oh yeah, good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What do we got? 8 minutes. Okay. There was something else about this week, about last week, about not about next week. Oh.
Well, you'd wanted to. I don't know if you want to talk about it before or after, but
Oh.
about the difficulties of playing half remote and half in person.
Yeah. Why don't you talk a little about it now, so they can so we can tell them things to watch out for, and see if they pick up on it in the episode, and then we can talk more about it afterwards. But yeah, because Taryn, obviously, for those of you. Is anybody here for the first time this season? That's wild. Shut up, Robert. Taryn wasn't able to be with us in studio, and so she was remote in. And she also wasn't staying with us at our Airbnb, so she wasn't there in between recording days. So what was that like?
Well, I will say,
Go, Karin.
I'm sure we're going to say very similar things.
Yeah.
Well, Alex and I took a lot of advantage of the bits of downtime that we had to strategize.
Yeah.
And then we did a lot of relaying of that to Taryn and Lydia.
Right.
But it was usually more relevant to Taryn since she had more spells.
Right.
And as you know, this is a very spell heavy puzzle that we're in right now.
That's what I was
Uh-huh.
gonna say. It's not necessarily the combat was magic focused, but it
Mhm.
was the
Right.
puzzle that we were trying to figure out
Right.
depended on casting spells. So that's why we needed more so Taryn, but Lydia had her one spell. So,
she had no more. Yeah.
her burning hand.
Yeah.
But so essentially, in between each recording, Alex and I would take our little bathroom break together. We would go
It's true.
downstairs,
Down
and
one
we
flight
would-
of stairs
and
and
we
go
would
in that little
strategize.
cubby and just sit there and
Yeah,
and,
you all have
try
to-
not to cry.
You all have to wait 7 days in between these. They had 10 minutes in between episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would have our little strategy session, and then we would come back and be like, "Okay, everyone, here's the
Listen
plan."
And even with you all in the room, it didn't really matter. We didn't really
No,
care
no.
that you all were hearing this.
No,
And
no,
I-
no,
and
no.
The night between our first 5 episodes and second 5 episodes, that was also just purely through text message. We didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Taryn obviously has 3 children,
Right.
so she's not really available to be on FaceTime whenever, whatever, the circumstances. And so
Right.
that was also a little bit of a challenge in just making and she knew that she had responsibility in this, especially when we were also deciding what to do with the illusion key. That was a huge thing.
Oh, yeah. Did we talk
that
about that
we
one in
needed
this episode?
her-
Is that this episode?
That was,
I think that's this coming episode that we're about to watch, right?
I think
Okay.
so.
Or did we already talk about it?
I
No,
don't
I-
remember.
I think there's a reference to it in this episode.
I think, yeah.
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 So that's something to look out for.
There you go.
And yeah, so I think that there were just, when we knew that we were only going to get so many other chances with the Beast, things became a little bit more, she became more reliant on us telling her what the plans were, even mid-episode. You know, it wasn't just like with those 10 minutes between, because those were also our only 10 minutes to rest, and we wanted to make sure that, you know, people could do what they needed to do.
Right,
and,
right.
Before we filmed for another, you know, hour or so. So, yeah.
But yeah, as you watch the episode, you can definitely see like the moments where like Alex and I are like chittering in the corner about our like strategy, and Taryn is like, what's
like,
happening?
Yeah.
She never says help, but it's always just like, friends, like, is this what's happening? Or, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, we saw a little bit of that in last week's episode too.
Yeah, we did.
But it becomes
a little more
definitely more
pronounced.
so.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were texting away as well. That was our version of chittering, except we were across the room from each other.
Well, we were too. I mean, we had
receiving a lot of texts.
Yeah.
We just didn't have to pick up our phones. We had our computers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why DM's just like constantly.
Yeah.
Right. You can't tell, but we're actually texting. We're not looking at D&D Beyond.
Yeah. But a good cover. You all are texting as much as I am. I'm just the asshole holding the phone.
Very much. Is there anything else that we should kind of reference or make sure that they know to look out for?
Do we say the word rope?
I don't think we do. Hey, Jordan, welcome in. I don't think we do in this episode either.
I mean, never say never, but we should save. I mean, do we say rope? I don't know.
I don't think so.
If we don't say rope,
I don't know that we ever say rope again.
Oh,
That's
this
so
is a good.
sad.
Wait, never say it again. There's no.
We say it. I think we say it in the epilogue episode.
We've got to say.
Oh, we probably do. That's probably true.
But this is a good thing. The title of this week's episode is Too Many Cooks.
Yeah.
Viewers, if you know what that is in reference to by the end of the episode, save that answer for afterwards and we can talk about it. Because I'm interested, because I won't say anything.
Noodle.
Who made the best Wilbur? Or Noodle.
Oh my gosh.
Why do you torture me with references to Wilbur?
Poor Wilbur.
I wanted to make Wilbur a main character. I was outvoted, so it's not my fault.
Series 2, Wilbur in the Afterlife.
He did. That was one of the few times that he wanted an NPC to survive, and I killed them.
How dare you?
Yeah.
The one time in 10 seasons. And many other games of D&D, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Many other.
Yeah. Shimmy thinks he's already got it. Well, I'm not going to ask you right now because it was a bit of a spoiler for the beginning of the episode. So,
yeah, don't ask now.
That's the thing. Knowing what it is, I have so many thoughts. It's a little oblique, but it's in there. Also, I will say, and I'm still waiting to hear from some folks, so I don't want to be too explicit about this, but I am hoping that we will have some guests with us next week. They're welcome to join us up here on Guest Star if they would like, but we've just invited them to be in the chat next week because they are friends of seasons past who are going to be joining us for reasons, whatever. So definitely be sure and be back next week because I'm excited to have at least, I know at least 3 people will be joining us in chat. So that's exciting. Is Robert?
It's a code for next week, and then they'll have everyone's names and all their.
Actually, I probably will, but now it's not going to be friends because just spite. All right, it's 7:30. Let's play the Idol Champions video one more time, and then we'll play this episode. Enjoy season 10, episode 7, episode number 253. No, 54. Too many cooks. Hi, Dan.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, it's a brand new day. On the South Coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey,
welcome to this week's episode of The Last Refuge. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands, and with me I have...
Miss Tara. Kit.
Priya.
And Flick.
Listen, they have to hear your names. Last week, the crew took a beating, but learned a lot. A second combat with the beast revealed several weaknesses, several new attacks, and some more options for strategy. The crew was able to combine magics in order to suppress one of the 4 elementals for a round, and it paid dividends, I have to say. Towards the end of the fight, things were looking a little bleak. Timing wasn't working out. The creature kept burrowing and hiding, but the second assistant librarian came through clutch. Octavia sent a sending to Kit, telling her that the assistant librarian had figured things out, that they should retreat, that there wasn't time to tell them in battle, but that she had something that might turn the tide. What does the second assistant librarian know? I realize this was last week's question, but will it be enough to allow for victory this third time? And what other tragedies will we learn have occurred on the outer islands in the time that the crew has been fighting the beast? Let's find out. Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you okay?
No.
I'm gonna cry
No.
at
me
any
too.
moment. It's
yeah,
okay.
I'm literally, they're all right there.
Yeah, they're right behind my
hard
eyes.
hard same. I love you all, and I have to tell you, it is the hardest thing in the world to frustrate and upset you, but it's such good content. I'm
don't
such
feel-
a monster.
No, it's fine.
Here's the thing, though. For me, I'm like, am I a little frustrated? Yes, but it's like frustrated when you're like working on a puzzle and you're like,
Right.
I know it's right there, and
have
I
to
just
figure it
need
out.
to figure out how to do it.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
like not frustration towards anyone or anything.
No, no,
It's
no.
just like
But you, I mean, Taryn knows I'm an empath. It hurts me
probably
to see my
Robert
friends
does,
hurt.
but only Robert.
I mean, it hurts you. It hurts you, but also like you love it. Like you're gaining power from it. It's not like the spell
Not
that
wrong.
Karin just cast. It's written down somewhere here. It's not like I can read any of
We
these
should
notes.
we should at some point, Alex, we should post the picture that Taryn sent us of her work. Oh, of her workstation. Taryn, that reminds me, why aren't you with us today?
I'm not pregnant. We'll just say that I'm not pregnant.
Yeah, that's a good thing. She's not here
Maybe-
for a reason, but it isn't pregnancy this
Pregnant.
time.
And you'll have to wait till the final episode of this season to find out why.
Don't tease something that we don't have lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can tell them the truth at the end of all of this.
Oh, sure, that's fair.
I
enough,
think
that's fair
I
enough.
think they maybe have an
figured
it
inkling
out.
about
It's-
what's happening.
It's 2022. Take a guess.
I mean, you just told them basically.
All right. But there's lots to do, and there is news to get. So shall we hop in?
Yes, please.
All right.
We tumbled through the tree.
So the timing of all of this is going to be a little funny, but the truth is, you all should go ahead, hit your long rest buttons. You're not going to go out again to face the beast without a good, solid rest. I don't think I am taking any liberties that you all wouldn't by saying that. So the news.
To be clear, the beast does not get a rest, right?
Wouldn't that be
So
nice?
the news that you get is spread out. Yes, it does. Is spread out over various times. And the first thing that you would get as soon as you come back, because everyone is quite excited about it, is the second assistant librarian's new discovery. What she's been focusing on was the healing. When you would cast, it was largely, I believe, cold spells is where you saw the most of it, but there was also lightning, a little bit of fire from Bizdira. And when you would cast those elements, the elements that were most closely tied to the 4 keys, it would heal. It would bring that elemental to the surface, and that elemental would absorb it and heal. But there was something just at the edge of the second assistant librarian's awareness. And finally, when she watched the last fight and saw how that wasn't happening, she watched what it looked like when you took the earth elemental away and how that affected it. It clicked. That was a bad snap. It clicked. There we go. The elementals are 4 separate beings. They've been forced into one body. You all know the story. They were forced into the crystal, and over the millennia, they combined into one body. But there are 4 consciousnesses.
Conscious?
7 episodes in 12 hours. There are 4 consciousnesses in there, and they are vying for control. And when you would cast a fire, a lightning, a cold, no one's cast poison yet, but poison would probably work too, it gave those elementals a little power. But the amount that you were dealing was so little each time that it was just enough for them to grab it, heal a wound, and move on. But if you really slam a bunch of that element in there, which feels very scary, because what she's saying is you have to empower an element, and that doesn't sound right. But if you empower an element, there is a good chance that that elemental will take over and subsume the other three. So whereas if you combine schools of magic in a particular way, you can suppress an element, you can also empower an element to take over the body, and the other three, she hypothesizes, may be suppressed. Deal a large amount of fire damage, and the Phoenix may take over, at least for a time, and the other three will not be able to participate in the battle, will not give the creature their abilities, because the creature will, for the time being, functionally be a Phoenix. It's scary, because you are empowering something in a way, but it may be your only hope. As you all take the time to digest that, you take your rest, you update the Sapphire Dragon, who is thrilled by the developments. This is truly a historical time. I am glad you found me.
You want to give us a hand?
No.
Worth a shot.
The next morning, it's time for the report, and you know it won't be good. You've been able to see and feel during your battle, during your retreat, during any excursions out of the cave since then, that things are getting dire. You didn't really have a timeline for how long it took the beast and the calamities to destroy the world, but it seems like it's surprisingly short, and things are getting bad quickly. Ships that have been out trying to ferry between the islands and support lines of defenses from the water elementals have reported seeing swarms of bodies of sea hags surfacing in different places around the oceans. And that it seems that different places in the ocean are becoming uninhabitable, some because the ocean temperature has risen as deep sea volcanic vents have opened, some because lightning strikes fill the water with electricity constantly, morning, noon, and night, not allowing anything to survive in there. Some sections of the ocean may have frozen, and some have just dried up entirely. Things are dire in the seas. From the south, the Alglorp has reported that several of the caves and tunnels where he was holding, how does he refer to them? The originals have been lost. Some were infiltrated by various elemental creatures, some have been flooded, some have been burned out, but there have been many originals lost in the last day or two. Unfortunately, he believes that one of the originals that was in the chamber that was attacked by elementals contained the original hush. It has found ways to sustain the current hushes, and there are 2 of them. But it's not an indefinite solution. On the western island, exactly as anticipated, Silfson has fallen. There's not much left of the city walls, and the interior of the city has been subsumed by lava and magma. All things considered, the evacuation was relatively successful, and the remaining Yuan-Ti have fled to the Cobalt tunnels in the west of the island. It's not nothing, but for the Yuan-Ti who have spent the last several years taking hit after hit in their home city, it's not much. Gung-Ra is also functionally destroyed, but again, the city had been evacuated long before when the magma vents first opened in the center of their capital. There are some satellite villages and towns for the orcs that have still mostly survived, but again, that area of the island is not doing well, and the orcs are retreating to the tunnels as well, those that hadn't already. The world below continues to crumble and fall apart, and it is now taking incredible concentration from the Necroman and the Conjurer who you met long ago, and often Octavia as well, to maintain an ever-shrinking ward, to hold together the remaining pieces of that town that threaten to pull apart at any moment. It's taking a lot of magical energy at all times, but the three of them in particular, are dedicated to holding out for as long as they can. Octavia in particular, though she takes the news of Hush's original hard, right now she has a Hush with her, and that is enough to distract her. And she is determined, now that you are armed with this new information from the second assistant librarian, to hold what remains of that city together. There's been no word for some time from Mox and the Warforged community. They evacuated some time ago, and reports are that they believe most of them were able to get out, but communication has been difficult. Communication has not been reestablished with Robert in the north, and now Mox has been out of touch for about a day. But again, no news does not have to mean bad news. There are too many things going on with the magic of the world, and maybe Mox's first priority isn't right now to get in touch. Maybe it's just to protect his people. With that, the Situation Room completes their report. Liara tosses in that your friends are ready. They understand that you've been holding back, trying to learn, but they're ready. They're angry, they're confident that what they have for you will help, and they want to be a part of this. And then you take your time, and you think, and you strategize, and you plan, because from the reports that you got, this is probably your last chance.
Even if it wasn't our last chance, honestly, like, it is our last chance, because the islands are not going to be around for much longer. Everyone's going to be dead soon. So we have to do it.
Mhm.
We have to get it done. We got to hit it with everything and hope for the best.
Well, that being said, I think we have some choices to make in terms of order of operations. At least that's the way that I see it. We have so many friends on the sidelines waiting to strike. So, how do we take advantage of those right now? That's my question. We have an enormous amount of what we know to be fire damage.
Yeah.
That can be used if we suppress the fire element. I don't know. This is where we start getting
This
into
is where we get to the suppressing.
which
Elemental
elementals
math.
do we suppress, which ones do we exactly elemental math. I don't know. What say you, friends? Kit, do you have anything over there?
Do I
not
have
to be
anything? No, on this,
not to look
on this,
directly
the
at
eve
you.
of our final battle, I have
no plans.
nothing.
She quit.
Empty hands.
She quits. She's going
now,
home.
Now it's time for y'all to do some stuff. I'm just gonna hang out.
She's plane shifting home. I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Okay, in all seriousness, so I think, yes, we have so much literal firepower that I think we definitely want to focus on getting that resistance down. But I also think if we're looking at the clue that we just got from the second assistant librarian, I think, the elemental math that I've been thinking about is what can we easily, do 30 points of damage, of a appropriate resistance, and then what do we have the spells readily available to us that we can then bring down that resistance? And my gut is telling me it might be the air elemental, potentially,
To empower the air elemental to come out.
and then bring it down.
Okay. All right. I mean, I've got plenty of thunder damage.
It is thunder damage, right? For the air elemental.
Or is it lightning?
It's lightning.
Well,
Oh,
we
that's a
have
little trickier.
access to the solstice magic, and
Oh.
we can change damages.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
There's
And
that.
thunder, I believe thunder and lightning
Mhm.
are on that, both on that
Absolutely.
list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 30 damage from one hit, or is it 30 damage in one round?
I asked that same question, and it's hit.
It's in a turn.
Yeah.
So if you needed to do an action and a bonus action, and those combined hit the threshold, that would be fine. But it's in a turn.
All right.
I feel like I have a little bit more confusion about this. So if we said like, okay, we hit it with say 35 points of fire damage, that subdues everything but the fire.
Correct.
Everything but the fire.
Everything but the fire.
Correct.
Cool. And then if we hit it with fire, it has resistance. So
I
we
think
need
about it,
to.
Biz, I think about it, if you feed it a lot of fire, the fire's going to come out.
It's gonna.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you
But
feed it a
then-
lot of lightning, the air's going to come out.
Okay.
But then once we do that, we also have in our pockets a way to bring the fire down.
The bring
Yes.
the fire
which is
down.
why I'm saying that I think
We
the
go
air
for air.
elemental
Ding,
is
ding,
the one
ding.
we bring up
Okay.
because then me and Bria, or just me by myself with some solstice magic, can take the air elemental down in one turn.
Okay.
Great. And then we hit it with fire. With
Yes.
a shitload of fire.
Yes.
I mean, I'm also looking at like, because I don't have a lot of spells. I have one.
What?
I know. It's
Huh.
weird. I'm usually such a
I had
spellcaster.
no idea.
I'm looking at like the help that we have and the potential for using the radiant damage. So the question then becomes like all the things that we have back pocket that is not elemental. When do you want to do that? Do you want to hit it with a barrage up front?
Well,
Do you want to wait? Do you want to spread it out?
My gut instinct is that we wait,
Hold
and
on.
if we have a turn where we like can't get the elemental resistances
Oh,
down,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
then we do
Bec-
that damage.
because we don't necessarily know what's going to happen if all 4 of these elementals are suppressed. We don't, we've seen the heart of the world inside of the beast. We know that it
Mhm.
resides there. And so maybe it's exposed, and maybe then we have to destroy the heart of the world. That's
Yeah.
so then I think if we figure out what happens once all 4 of those things are suppressed, I think we'll have hopefully a clearer path
Hopefully.
to actually destroying this thing.
Another thing to keep in mind, because I always forget what this means, but we have the net, which gives it
Mhm.
Restrained.
restrains. So we have advantage on attack rolls on that round. We
Mhm.
have it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So anything that has dexterity or anything like that, we should plan to like when we use the net,
Mm.
that's when we hit it with that. Or if any of your spells to bring some of the suppression down need a dex save, that use it all together. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes, I think that makes a lot of sense, and also I think we want to be paying attention to getting rid of the legendary resistances.
Yes, and I am happy. Like I have my Searing Sunburst, which I can use from a distance, which is a con save. So, and that's 150 feet. So I can use it from a far away, save my hit points and everything until we get a little bit more.
Yeah.
Then I can go in and beat the crap out of it, use
Mhm,
Burning Hands,
mhm,
use whatever
mhm.
I need to do.
Whatever
to, like,
damage.
yeah, whatever I can do to help.
Can first of all, Bizdira, like all great points.
She can be a general sometimes. Listen, she had 4 hit points last night. She is tired. She wants this over with, and she's tired of hearing of people that she cares about dying.
And Bria, only slightly patronizing from you. Really well
Only,
done.
you know,
really
I'm
impressive.
touched.
Only
Actually,
slightly.
the tone was more because I thought we should end this story with Bria being kind to Bizdira.
Sure, exactly.
But that was like the closest I could get.
I'll
I
take it.
applaud you.
I'll take it.
I would love if everyone's cool with it, with Kit or Flick maybe becoming the general and literally calling at the top of every round, announcing like, okay, we're going for this, whatever, because plans are going to change, whatever. Are you okay with that? I think if we start, I think we need to be using one mind here.
And that's why I
yeah.
took telepathic bond. I think we can cast
There it
telepathic
is.
bond and solve that
Yeah.
problem
There
right
it
now.
is.
Yeah.
More, I'm actually saying almost kind of in a, not in a meta sense, but literally like having Karin say, all right, we're focused on this. This person's doing this, whatever. Karin, if you could just play all of our characters for us, that would be fantastic.
Karin, aren't
This
you
is what
just?
this has all been leading to.
You're so
That's
excited.
actually a
aren't
genuine
you?
question, though. Is I'm asking Karin, are you comfortable like being the general here and kind of guiding it?
Listen, it would be my honor.
Aw.
This is truly the only fitting culmination
It's
of
true.
this series. And also, I will just probably need a moment to gather my thoughts before the beginning of each round.
If I may, because I think this is great, but also, you know, to protect both Kit and Karn a little bit, right? There are a few things that, and I think, you know, the situation was watching, and I don't know, pick an NPC that told you all this, right? There are a few things that you all need to make sure that you are tracking carefully, right? One of them is spell ranges, and I know positioning is tough because we don't have a board, and I generally don't worry about real close things. And if it's 5 feet or so, you know, it is what it is. But now that you know that it has different attacks that can change your positioning, we want to, you all want to be aware of that and track that for yourself, right? Because Karn Kit is not going to know your spell
No.
ranges.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I think it rude, she said. And the other thing is concentration and that sort of stuff. If that comes up, right, be sure that we're keeping an eye on. I don't know if that's going to really play a role in any of these plans, but
We'll see.
yeah, great. All right.
I had a thought, and then you just made me
I'm
forget
sorry.
it.
While you're thinking, shall we play with the shadow key a little bit?
Oh, tell us what that is, Bria. I don't think we've said that name on air.
So the shadow key is my new key, which is the illusion key. And its yearly thing that we're able to do is use its power we can create any illusion, not from the key, but any illusion that is around it, and we can make that illusion real. So we have discussed and decided that we are giving me. I said, let me pull it up on my phone to tell you what exactly the thing is called.
Love it. Yeah, the reason it's called the shadow key is because this takes illusions and sort of draws on them and turns them into a dark, almost shadowy sort of actual substance and form. So whatever you're about to tell me you're making real, it is real, it is physical, you can use it, whatever, but it is dark, right? It looks like it's made of solid shadows when you use this key's ability on it. So what is the illusion that we're making real?
We are making a wand of fireballs.
Oh, okay. A wand, huh? I like that. Don't mind me, I'm just looking up wand of fireball right now. Carry
I'll
on with
text
your
it to you.
discussion. No, I got it, thank you.
Okay.
So, with extra literal firepower, but firepower that we
So
can alter,
Mhm.
right? That's the most important part of that, I think.
I also, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all,
I'm
but
ready.
I think that we had discussed, since this magic item, I believe, requires attunement.
It does, by a spellcaster.
We had potentially thought maybe we'd bring an old friend along with us
Oh God,
to
what
join
old
us
friend?
in the battle.
Okay, who?
Oh, you know, just a certain tiefling.
Cue DM having to play the beast and Mirko.
Welcome back, Mirko.
We're so happy to have you.
Did you all bring Mirko to the Central Island?
I
Sure did.
Yeah, we did.
did.
Absolutely 1,000%. We decided
sure
last
did.
night.
Yep.
Remember
Remember yesterday when you said, hey, you know, there might be a couple of other people that we can link into the telepathic bond and we'll choose at that point? That's what we were talking about.
I am almost 99% certain that you said Mirko was on one of the ships.
Okay, here's what I'm not doing. I'm not running Mirko as anything but a wand of fireball user.
I
I
think
love you
that
all, and this
seems
is totally
fair.
fair, and that doesn't make sense in the narrative, but no.
I think that seems
fine.
fair.
That's fine.
Great. All right. Cool.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Based on my journal entry,
Yes.
the sister was going to help us out with something.
Yeah, she did. She found you the cave,
Okay,
and she
that was
got
it.
the dragon on your side.
That was it. Okay.
Is that not enough for you, enemy of the woman?
No, it's not enough for me. Her and the fucking Earth Key. I will always be mad about that. Always.
Okay.
My question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I am attuning back to the water weird. Correct? To get
To
the
give
fire
the-
resistance.
I think we have changed.
Either it's that at that point, it's kind of up to you.
Yeah.
If you would like to keep the cold
Yeah.
it's up to you. We're not bringing up the fire elemental.
Okay. And
I
will
have a
Not on
question
purpose.
about
Maybe
that.
by
Not on purpose.
accident.
yeah.
Yes, Bria.
Does second assistant librarian have any idea? Like, is this a situation where we're going to need to do all four? So let's say that we bring out the fire and we do the magic to lock in the fire and we defeat whatever that thing is. Is then fire just gone and then we
No.
have to
No.
defeat the
This
other
is
three?
this is a creature.
It comes back at the
Excellent.
beginning of its next turn.
Yeah, everything
anyways.
comes back out at the beginning of its turn anyway. That's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
God no.
So it's not like we have to do it 4 times.
And then we're
there's
done.
all
We
sorts
did
of-
it.
Yeah.
Woo.
Party
I
time.
wish.
Wouldn't that be fun?
No, I don't wish. This is
No.
more fun.
Because then what? Like we need all the different damages and need a lot of it.
Mm.
You know.
Do we need to plan? Do we feel solid?
Current.
I think we can decide this as a group. I think that's okay. So step 1 is bring the air elemental out with lightning damage.
Yes.
Amazing.
And then once we've brought the air elemental out, depending on the initiative order,
Mm-hmm.
either me plus Bria or just Kit will get rid of the air elemental and it'll just be a big giant lumbering thing. And then
Wonderful.
we can just attack it with
Beat the shit out
anything
of it.
that we have.
Anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do we know if we bring up the air elemental and suppress all the others, will that suppress also the AC from the earth?
Are you suppressing the earth?
Okay, that's the answer. That was my question.
Before we get too much further, can we get the precog and tug the tapestry?
You know
for
what?
today?
I'll roll it right here, right now. Here is the tug the tapestry. It is a 13, same as it was yesterday.
I mean, listen, you're consistent. What can I say?
And then we have a D10 for our precognitions. That is a 1. The final battle with the beast, and we have 1 precognition.
Oh no. That's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have
One
inspiration?
precog. Okay. You get not for
That
listen,
it's a D10.
I just gave you fucking Mirko. I don't want to hear it. You know what?
I
I'm
have
gonna
a-
go ahead and tell you all. Mirko was supposed to die, and I said, no, you know what? I don't want to kill Mirko because I don't want Alex to have to deal with his character losing a brother in the middle of the fight. Okay. Anything else? How we feeling? Anything else to discuss? Sorry, it's a bad way to ask the question. Are we feeling ready to go out and search for and encounter the beast one final time?
I think now's it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
no, but
No. Okay. Let's roll initiative.
God.
I
You
love
knew it was coming.
I love how every
that wasn't at you.
time-
That was at my dice.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh no, already?
No, I'm just preemptively upset.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, well, thank you for playing nice dice.
Oh, good. So you just have to be a little firm with them at the top. Okay. Okay, great. Biz Dira.
6. Going
Starting
well.
strong.
That's okay.
Honestly, we
Bria.
kind of want you at the end, right?
Yeah, that's fair
That's
enough.
what I kind of figured. Yeah.
Bria.
I crit.
So the total is
24.
Flick
I also crit, so that's a 23.
and Kit.
19.
Oh, I just wrote the number 19 instead of your name.
That's my new name.
Kit, your
19.
name. Bria, Flick, Bizdira, and 19. And the beast got a number that is something. The beast got a 16 plus 6 is 22.
Does Mirko need to be on here?
Yes, he does. Mirko got a 16. All right, the initiative order is Bria, Flick, the Beast, Kit, Mirko, Bizdira. I honestly have lost track of whether that's good or bad for you, but here we go. You all go out. There is no need to search for the beast this time. As you walk out, you hear its cry, and you see it in the air. It's flying above the treetops, as if searching for something that it has not yet found. What's the approach?
How dare you?
What?
How dare you? This is like the floating Arcanium all over again.
I don't know what I have done wrong. 2 of the 4 elementals that make it up can fly.
I don't care. I don't care.
I mean,
One
that's
that lives
fair.
in the
That's
air.
fair.
Put it in front of me so I can watch it.
How far up is it?
At the moment, it's probably 100 feet up, but it's sort of swooping and diving. But it's above the tree line for now.
I mean, I'm heading up close. I have to get closer to it, so I'm on my broom.
Okay. Anybody on there with you? He says as he looks at Bria, because I assume if anyone is, it's you.
Do you want to come with?
Yeah, I'll do it. And you know what? Right before we do anything else, I'll do my wings again.
Oh, I see. Yes, I got it.
Sure.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Oh, me too. I have wings too.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
also
wait.
can wild shape, I think?
So Bizdira is then the only one on the ground, and the rest of you are up in the air.
I
just
think
wanna make
that's
sure that's
very
okay.
appropriate.
And boots, sure, of course. And
I do think for the first round we should try to get a sneak round. I know that has a surprise round. That's what it's called in D&D.
Okay.
So I'd like to cast ourselves a little pass without trace so that we
Okay.
can sneakily make our way up close to the beast.
all
Lovely.
right.
And I now have to roll
now-
on this stupid chart.
Yes, sure. Yes, absolutely. Roll on the chart. We'll start with that.
Please be something good. 52.
50. Oh, it was so close to one of the patron submitted ones. For the next minute, a spectral shield hovers near you. You get +2 to AC. An immunity to magic missile.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I'm gonna take that. That's pretty good.
I mean, listen, maybe you'll roll the other one again, and then you'll send all the missiles at you, and it won't hurt.
No, because now the beast is here. Now I can
That's
attack
a fair
the
point. That's a fair
beast.
point. That's a fair point.
We've got other priorities.
Okay, so I feel that I'm like, okay, come on, you have to go fast.
All right.
All right. So stealth from the 3 of you. Bizdira, you are hiding from it because you are on the ground.
I'm gonna run to get within 150 feet of it. So even if it's like I'm kind of underneath it.
Yeah, sure. You can be underneath it. Yeah. Flick, what you got?
With pass without trace, it's a +10,
Mhm.
+3. So that is a 20 adjusted.
Okay. Kit, what'd you get?
31.
31. And God, here we go. Bria, what'd you get?
It's not that great. 34.
Oh, 34. Okay. Oh, you rolled below 10, huh? So
Sure did.
I rolled a natural 20. With its modifier, it in fact only notices Flick.
That, I mean, that's hilarious because Bria's
Bria's right behind me. She's hiding.
Yeah, and you know, there's dim light, there's storm clouds, there's rain and hail and polar vortexes and
No,
whatever.
I am
so
definitely just hiding behind his body.
You're just
Like,
like-
that's all that I'm trying to do. I'm like this.
That's how I imagine it.
Incredible. All right, we will start you all. You're out in the air, and since half of you, or I guess more than half that are in the air, managed to succeed on this stealth check, we'll go ahead and say that you get up to your 90 feet, even though there's much less cover up here. So we'll start you at 90, like we have all the other times before it notices you. And Kit and Bria can go ahead and... you, I guess, if you're going to try and act in this first surprise round, you do need to make a stealth check.
Without pass. Do I get
Correct.
any plus because I'm on the ground? Is it 13?
Okay, so Kit and Bria, you all have a surprise round, and then we will begin initiative.
What about Mirko?
Oh, what about Mirko?
He's with me, right? Maybe I'm carrying him.
If you're carrying him, you don't have arms to do somatic components.
Never mind. I drop him on the ground.
I like that.
But I'm flying like above him so that he gets the protection or whatever, the pass without trace.
So his stealth was a 12 then?
Fine.
Oh Lord.
Listen, he's never been a sneaky
Right.
man.
Okay. I still think that this is okay. I still
Yeah.
think we can potentially maybe do something interesting.
I say let's go.
I look forward to it. So the first one who will act in the surprise round is Bria.
Oh, Captain.
Okay.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
So Bria, if you have a spell that you think can do 30 damage in one go, that you can either that you can transmute to thunder damage using your solstice points, that'll put us
Yeah.
in a real good spot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't know that you do though.
You can also hold off until, well,
I have chromatic orb, which is 5d8. I can cast a high level magic missile, but that won't do 30. Yeah, I basically have chromatic orb. You want me to try it?
And do you get to choose what type of damage that does? I don't remember the spell.
Yes.
And we think
I
Yeah,
do,
she
yeah.
doesn't have
Okay.
to transmute for that
Well,
one.
that's great because then you could also use your solstice damage if you need to re-roll a die. So I would say yes. Let's do that. Let's see what happens.
See what happens.
All right, so we're rolling to hit with chromatic orb.
That is correct. What is the range on chromatic orb? How much closer do you need to get?
You're asking me so many questions. It's 90 feet.
Okay, so you don't have to move.
Perfect. So now I'm gonna roll. So well, it's gonna go so well.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to hear how high this number is.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
Didn't
a lucky.
happen.
Okay. So that is. I'm dropping things.
Oh my god.
It's chaos. 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So now we are rolling 5d8.
Okay, let's roll it up. Kit, you are on deck for the surprise round.
Yes, thank you.
You are welcome. And then it will be Bria's turn again. So
Step.
Okay. So that's only 20. I rolled 2 1s.
okay.
So.
And it's d8s.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Then it-
So you see the fire creature come out and sort of absorb that, but it doesn't gain full control of the
It
creature.
will take an additional 14 radiant damage.
That it will take. Absolutely, it will. Okay. Next up is anything else, Bria, on that turn? Staying
No,
where
I'm
you
good.
are, no bonus action. Okay, Kit, we go to you. Oh, right, sorry, Bria, roll a percentile for solstice magic.
Oh, yeah.
Nonsense.
Let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? 55.
55. All your hair falls out.
Seriously?
oh
Yes.
my god.
Wait, does it?
It gets
Is it really
singed off
happening?
by you accidentally catch your hair on fire with the chromatic orb and it's all singed off. It'll grow back in 24 hours. But for this final fight for the end of the world, Bria's bald.
Amazing.
Hey, one less distraction.
That's right.
honestly.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Kit, now we're up to you.
All right, you know what? We're gonna do the same thing we did last time. We're gonna start out strong with a 5th level moonbeam.
Start strong with a 5th level moonbeam. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Love to hear it. 27, I believe, to
That
save.
does save, but let's roll the half damage. I wish it had failed. This was such a good roll.
I still have.
23, 30, 39 is the full.
39. Oh my
So
god,
half.
I just shorted out. Did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see that happen?
Yeah.
Welcome.
So
That was
19. 19 plus, I have my wings up, so it's 19 plus 14 points of radiant damage total. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Math.
19 plus 14. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, that is Kit's turn. Any bonus action or moving? What's the range on moving? So 120?
120.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, and anything else? Bonus action, move.
I think I'm going to use my movement and get 30 feet closer to it.
Before you move, let's go ahead and roll percentile.
So. 69.
Nice.
I think we've rolled this one before too.
I think you have. Now, tell me real quick where you all. So the three of you that were in the air, how close together are you? Did you spread out? Are you? What's that looking like?
Well, we're within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Why?
For the pass without trace.
Oh, you're within 30 feet. Okay, in that case, the three, and you didn't move, and you haven't moved yet, so all three of you are invisible.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Enjoy.
Bria, we're up to you.
All right. Do you want me to cast Cloud of Daggers now? Or not yet?
Sorry, thinking. It kind of doesn't matter because it's it'll reset on the beast's turn anyways. But you know what? Sure, why not? That's a thing to do.
Absolutely. It's a thing to do. It's my favorite sentence.
I don't have that many spell slots.
Okay,
Do you want
then-
me to save that?
Yeah, I think that makes more sense if you don't
Okay.
have that many.
So since I'm invisible, I'm gonna go fly over to the beast. And I'm gonna just
From 90 feet away?
Yeah, totally.
All right. And move, action dash, bonus action dash?
Oh, I can't get that. I'm 90 feet away.
Yeah.
Aren't we in the air?
Yep.
But I have my wings.
Oh.
So then, yeah, I'm gonna try to hit it with my very magical short bow.
Yeah. You're very slightly magical short bow.
That is a 26 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Okay, and I'm invisible, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll my sneak then.
Yeah.
$28 magical piercing
Mhm.
damage
All right.
and 14 radiant damage.
Alrighty. Anything else, Bria?
I think I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna like tap flick, and I'm gonna get off of the broom just to like put me a little further away because I can see things going poorly. So I'm just gonna tap him to be like, I'm out.
Okay.
Not too far, like maybe 30 feet, but I just don't. I can see things going poorly if we're all right next to each other.
Okay. That brings us to Flick for his first turn.
Well, Flick is going to, as a bonus action, go ahead and give Bardic Inspiration to Bria. You know
Oh,
why?
thank you.
I love you.
Oh.
love you
And
too.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and prepare the highest shatter that I possibly can.
The highest
Which is
shatter you
a
ever did
level
see.
6.
Level 6. Okay. Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Constitution. I'm preparing it though, so I'm not going to.
Oh, you're
I'm
preparing
gonna hold.
it. Got it.
that.
We will hold on to
The
that then.
trigger is. What is my trigger?
After the beast
Captain.
attacks.
After the beast
Makes
attacks.
Makes an attack.
Yes. Perfect.
Makes an attack. All right.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan. Anything else? Are you moving or bonus? Oh, you did bonus action.
I have
You
to
moving?
move within 60 feet, so I'll
So
move
moving up
30 feet up.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Well, you once again, you've managed to get its attention, but this time it was almost ready for you. It didn't see you coming, but there is recognition in its various eyes. What a horrible sentence. We will begin with the Constitution saving throw, which is a 26.
That saves. Why is it doing so well today?
Yeah, it's really
Did
rolling
you guys
high.
Change something.
No, I'm just rolling. Yeah, I'm just rolling up. Yeah.
Okay. So
Words. It's a podcast. It's fine. I don't have words
18,
anymore.
21, 22, 26. So it takes 20.
40. Oh, sorry, 26 radiant plus 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 40.
But the 26 is half because it.
Oh, right. So
I was
13
trying
plus
to help
14 is, I
you.
appreciate it, 27. Okay, great. So we ended up at 27, which brings us that number. Nope, that number, I think. Ooh, math's fun. All right. On its turn, it turns to you all, and you can see fiery wings that sort of have lightning scales on the edges of them that are keeping it up. But it is the turtle mouth that turns to the three of you in the air and spews rock. So I need all three of you, please, to make strength saving throws.
Shit.
All right, Kit, how'd you do?
So apparently I only roll 3s on strength saving throws.
Okay, that one's not gonna do it. Flick,
17.
that's not enough. And Bria,
13, but since we're invisible, do we get advantage?
you do not on a strength save.
Okay.
No,
Oh, that's
not on
true.
that. So that is 36 bludgeoning damage, and the three of you are knocked prone, falling out of the air, and that is a significant fall. Am I rolling the falling damage for that? Any mitigation there?
I mean, I'm going to cast as a reaction Featherfall on
okay.
myself.
Great. And I think you can catch everybody. I don't know what the radius is on that, but I believe you can catch multiple creatures, if I'm not mistaken.
It's up to
Do we
5,
not
so
have our
I'll
things?
choose all 3 of us.
There you go. Okay, so you're all good. Why don't you go ahead and roll percentile, Flick?
47.
47.
Oh,
As
no.
you this one, congratulations, it's a new one.
Oh, good.
As you are falling, suddenly popping into the air right next to Flick is a unicorn.
Just a rando.
Just a
Oh my
random
God!
unicorn.
Who's riding the unicorn?
Nobody's riding the unicorn. The unicorn also
Yet.
doesn't have Featherfall on it because it appeared after the spell was
No!
cast.
Wait,
No!
that doesn't seem fair. I feel like it should be Featherfalling with us because it's
I
a
mean,
result of the
no,
spell.
yeah.
Probably. Listen,
Oh
you
my
had already fallen part of the distance, so it's not gonna. Listen, unicorns are hardy.
It's
It'll
unicorn,
probably
yeah,
be
it'll be
okay. It's
fine.
not gonna be pretty, but there it is.
Oh, gee.
All right.
Just like smashes into the floor and glitter.
Glitter bomb. I love it. All right, next up in the initiative, that is the end of the beast's turn, which brings us to Flick, who I believe held an action for a spell.
I did. How far above is it?
It is 100 feet above you.
Okay, so I've got some math to do. I have to, because now I'm prone, so
Yeah.
I use half of my.
Well, it's not your turn. You can only do the action that you prepared. You prepared an action for when the beast
So I can't
attacked.
use it because I can't cast the
Well, that's
spell.
why I didn't know what the range was on the spell.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
60 feet.
Okay, yeah. All right, that brings us to Kit. I forget. Oh, Kit, I do need you to make a concentration check as well for the moonbeam.
But I don't take the damage because my shield absorbs it. Right? That's the right?
Oh, that is true. You are knocked prone, but you don't take the damage. That's true. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Gosh. Nothing is going to plan, y'all.
No,
This is
nothing.
deeply frustrating.
The creature is continuing to sort of circle in the air above you all, but you can see that it's sort of watching the four of you. Yes, because you're still sitting. Is watching the four of you down there. It's clearly making some calculations about whether or not it wants to come down and engage you all. Are you big enough? Oh, they're gonna die. Big enough gnats that it needs to squash you, or is it better off staying above? Time will tell. Story consultant Robert is off camera right now, showing everyone a picture of an uninjured unicorn, so that
Okay.
they can
Aw.
imagine what it looks like
with
after it
us.
falls 80 feet.
You know what? It's now glue.
It's biz.
That's what
but
it
it's
is.
glitter glue.
It's
Okay.
glitter glue.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I need
Yeah, you-
someone to talk to me in my head because I think
Yes.
Kit is having a panic attack.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
happening.
I feel
We've
that.
had a really, really
Hey,
good plan and
right
it's not
now-
Hey,
working.
friend.
Right
I feel
now,
that.
just do anything. Do anything that'll potentially do some damage. Don't worry about whatever strategy we're trying to work on.
The other true
Like-
statement right now is that you all are on the ground in a little distance from it, so you've got some space to do a little healing on you all if you want to make sure that you stay up longer. I don't know if that's
Right.
part of the plan. but-
Or, do that, or, do something with a save, or do just,
Sure.
don't.
Okay. Great. I will cast a tidal wave at it.
Yes.
Sure.
Wait, I actually love that. All right. Was that a
Alright.
strength save?
No, it's a dex.
Dex. All right. Listen.
Can you
fire with
transmute
fire
that?
and tidal wave with tidal wave.
Can you transmute that damage?
Probably.
It's a 13 to save, which I don't imagine does it.
not save.
All right.
Okay.
what do we get
not worth it to
here?
transmute.
Bludgeoning. Got it.
That is going to be.
You can choose to reroll if you would like to use some of that too.
I don't
All right.
think it's worth it. So that's 14 points of bludgeoning damage plus the 14 radiant damage.
14 bludgeoning, 14 radiant. Got it.
yeah.
That's 28.
And if it started
Okay.
any little flames, those go out too.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, some of its wings sort of lose some of their blaze on it. At the end of... anything else on your turn, Kit? I'm sorry.
I think I'll still move another 30 feet closer to it.
Okay, flying back up. All right, go ahead and roll percentile for your moon magic. Excuse me.
22.
22. Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast in the next minute that requires a saving throw.
Excellent.
Disadvantage on the creature. At the end of your turn, Kit, you watch as the turtle once again comes out, but this time something forms in its mouth and then vanishes. And the ground underneath Bria and Flick and Bizdira becomes quicksand. I need strength saving throws from the three of you.
I feel like that should be a dex save, personally speaking.
You're in the sand. Now you just got to pull yourself out of it.
Strength. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna be great at that.
Bizdira.
That was a 9.
Okay, Flick
It's 10.
and Bria.
4.
4. The three of you are restrained in the quicksand until it disappears. Kit fortunately flew up, so she is out and hopefully will be able to either help you all or get things moving. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it for this week. Thanks so much for listening or watching this week's episode of The Last Refuge. Be sure to listen next week to see what happens. This is the final battle. Things are not going to plan so far, but they have lots still up their sleeves. They've got friends, they've got more spells. Hope is not lost. You can catch the premieres of these videos every Wednesday over at twitch.tv/DMJazzyHands. We're going to be premiering the videos of every episode live. I will be there in chat to hang out, as will various members of the company. So come hang out, talk with us, ask us questions, and be excited along with us as we premiere these videos. If you can't make it on Wednesdays, we'll be releasing podcast audio and uploading the videos to YouTube on Thursdays, so you can check them out then. As always, I want to thank Robert Hupp, my story consultant for this campaign, and of course, all of you for listening and watching. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands, and with me, I have...
Bizdira.
Kid.
Bria.
And Flick. Happy gaming, y'all.
Sorry, I just have to look at what.
I love a thoughtful
Okay.
battle. And I also love saying words to fill air. You're all welcome.
You're so pretty.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate
Cheese.
that. I do. Cheese.
Merry-go-round.
Chocolate. Merry-go-round. Oh, that's from the other day. Yes. I don't remember what episode that was
Throw
anymore.
back.
Hello. Hi everybody.
How?
We did
Hello.
it. It's done. We did it. I forgot until I started editing, or until I finished editing this episode, I suppose, that we ended with you all stuck in quicksand.
I definitely forgot about that too.
And stuck in quicksand, which is a strength situation, which, as we know, not y'all's strongest
We
point.
really rock at strength saves.
Yeah.
Really rock.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, look who's joined us now. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I needed
No.
to watch the blooper, obviously.
Obviously, no, it's fine. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a great situation, and the good news is, like, I think we can go ahead and say that, like, we begin right where we left off.
Oh
last
yeah, yeah.
week.
There's no time jump
this
this
week.
time.
No.
Yeah, you all don't get to like have a free retreat and bind your wounds this time. We start on the next turn. My wish feels that so hard. Rip strength saves. Yeah, every last one of you, except Kit. Not that you do great on strength saves, but you weren't in the quicksand.
That's true. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think our highest strength save is a +1.
That is
maybe.
true. Bizdira is a +1. And
The rest of
Kit
us
is a
are-
+0, and Flick and
Two of
Bria are
us.
-1, yeah. Yup.
Yeah, he's like a little kid, like, oh well.
What an episode. What a stressful episode. And I know it was a slow burn at the beginning, but there were some things. I think I told you all in between episodes. You had a whole 10 minutes to process that new weakness. So a lot of that planning was done on air. So it felt a little slower in this one, but we also knew that we would probably... Biz never took a turn. That's true. Bizdira never did get to take a turn in this episode. We knew that we were going to split this final attempt at the Beast between episode 7 and 8. So I didn't want to rush you all through the early part because you had only had 10 minutes with that information.
Yes.
Oh.
That also, I think, like, you know, in reference to Biz never taking a turn. I mean, we only even when I reviewed this episode, I had forgotten that we spent literally 30 minutes or so on planning.
Yeah.
But that's the good news, is that next week we do get to, like, right out the gate, just like go for it. We're already there. We're already engaged. And we had the advantage actually this time between episodes of talking in the middle of
Thanks, John.
the
Welcome in.
combat.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we like Karin and I, the whole team, but like you and I especially, like had these 10 minutes in between this week's episode and next week's episode to actually plan in the middle of the combat, which hadn't happened yet. So that's something to look forward to next week, is that we're like
off and running.
We're not less stressed, but we're definitely like more on top of it, I think.
Yeah. I feel like we saw how these first few turns went, and then we kind of like come back with a vengeance and like rework the plans a little bit.
Mirko, I believe, is next in the initiative to answer Mike's question in chat. I believe Mirko is next on, or maybe it's Beast and then Mirko, but he's coming up. But what took? Oh, you mean where is he physically? Yeah, he's definitely also in the quicksand.
Oh, for sure.
Small spoiler for the top of next week, but yeah, he's for sure also in the quicksand.
And his strength is definitely, I think, also a -1.
I think that's true.
You would know better than I.
I think that's true. I'm gonna read our review this week.
Oh yes.
So I think we have one for every week between now and the end of the show. So this one is first of all, I love this username so much, and we understand how they came by it, kind of, in the beginning of the review. But this is from Bria's Demise. And Bria's Demise says, "Wow, I can't believe how quickly I finished this. Love this podcast. I listen on Spotify, so I finally got around to reviewing over here. The world building is fun and solid, the DMing is really top notch, and the characters feel real while also being funny and fun. I love that all the players know their stuff and play really well while also being silly with the flair for the dramatic. I especially love how Kit/Karin keeps everyone grounded and moving along while also being such a delightful character herself. What a perfect review to read after today's episode."
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, good. I mean, what?
Cry, Karin. That was us this entire episode, apparently, is just like waiting for you to like
There you go.
teeter over.
They called you out by name.
Thank you, Bria's Demise.
It's such a funny username. I love it.
Username to
That's the
say
name of the
after
boat,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first
So
vote.
good.
I love
First
it.
vote.
I think so.
You should all go listen to the podcast audio because I was able to tweak a few things a little bit more, and you can hear Robert's giggle from off screen in the blooper much more clearly on the podcast audio. So go listen to that.
That got him.
It did. It wasn't that funny, but it got him.
I think it was
And he
the
was
levity we
quiet.
needed in that stressful moment.
Yeah.
Honestly. And he was quiet literally the entire time. Like
He was.
that's
There's
one of
only,
the
I think
only
there's only
times that we ever
twice
actually-
that we hear
Yeah.
him before episode 10 that we hear him from off screen.
Oh my lordy.
What else about tonight?
Well.
I know.
I mean, literally rewatching this.
Oh, thanks,
these
Cher.
episodes are like, I think I asked you
know.
last week, and I'm like, did your heart rate come down yet, or
Yes.
are you
Yeah.
okay?
Yes. I was thinking to myself, I was like, I know what happens, and I'm very stressed out watching
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But
Did you
even then,
make it
yeah,
through this
you
episode?
know-
I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, small spoiler, it doesn't get easier. I mean, I guess
No.
episode 10 it does. Kind of.
Well,
Yeah. Episode 8. We've only got 3 more, y'all. I know.
That's wild. I can't believe that.
3 more.
We are going to be joined next week by some previous guests who have appeared in seasons past. They're going to come hang out and chat, and they will be welcome to join us here in guest star, although I have not sort of pressed that upon them, so we'll see. But they'll be in chat to hang out and say hello at least for a little while. We had Dan, of course, tonight, which was a delight. And I think he'll be back next week, and then a few others will be joining us as well. I don't know, y'all. We're there.
Yeah. I mean, the final
Yeah.
moments of the
I
entire campaign.
also forgot in the episode that I literally told you all, like, too many people have died. This is it. If you don't kill him this time, you're welcome to keep trying, but not gonna be a ton of people left. It got bad
Reiterating
on
the
the outer
stakes.
islands. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to ask if people knew what the title was in
Oh.
reference
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Yes. Does anyone have any guesses?
There was
I
something
mean, I
else.
don't know if you wanted to say anything now, but
Well, I'll see if anybody has any thoughts. There was something that you and I were talking about backstage, Alex, during the episode. I don't remember what
yeah,
it
that
was.
we needed to talk about. What was that?
I don't know. I didn't write it down, which means it doesn't exist.
No.
Right.
I did put
exactly.
one note in about something in Slack, which I see Karin reacted to, and so now I'm going to tell Karin that I think that's next week's title.
Yay! I love it.
Gordon, no, not quite, Gordon. So Robert gave me like a draft of some of the beast's abilities and weaknesses and vulnerabilities and things. And so the name of the episode, Too Many Cooks, is what Robert called the weakness that they learned about today. Because the idea is that those 4 elementals still are individual in some ways. And so they are constantly vying for power, and sometimes they can work together. But if you give one of them a little extra attention, it just gets fed up with the others there, too many people in its kitchen, and it takes over. Like I said, it's a little oblique, but that was what Robert named that ability.
I like it. And for those of you viewing at home, I had to ask what that was prior to this stream.
Yes,
I was like,
that's
what
true.
does that mean?
He came into the guest star call before we went live. It was like, so what does the title mean? Where did that come
I
from?
might have brought it up again just now because I didn't know what it was talking about.
Exactly.
Awesome. Yeah, that one. The other one that you learned about last week is called Schools of Magic. This one is called Too Many Cooks, and the one that I'll tell you what, the one that you all never found out about and still don't know about. That one is called Voltronic Weakness.
Oh yeah, you wrote that in Slack, and I was trying to Google the phrase to see if it gave me any clues. No clues.
Voltronic weakness?
Yep, that's another Robert Hupp special right there.
Voltronic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Votre.
So that.
I don't. Yeah, something.
Oh. Some theories in chat.
Hard. I like that one.
I
All right.
think,
Well, that's all we
something that could have. It
Mhm.
was something like maybe something unique that could have hit it that would have done like actual vulnerable damage or something. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Maybe. Don't patronize me. Come on. I'm trying to further along the conversation. Come on.
I mean, I think we want the full theory.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. What? There was something else. I don't know. I appreciate you all. I should start saying now because I think we're kind of winding, unless you all have more to talk about. But thanks for coming to hang out. We appreciate you. We're just so excited that all of you all come and stick around and hang out with us every week for our little send off of this campaign, of this story. I will also say, like, Alex and I were we're talking about how whole chunks of this, like when we see it on video, it is like seeing it for the first time. Like, had no recollection, and
Blacked
a
out.
lot of the rest of the season is like that for me. I sort of did a scan through of next episode to pull some information for a few folks, and I was like, oh, I do not have memory of whole dozens of minutes at a time of this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, it just came to a head. Electricity, lightning
Push it
can
out.
break apart some bonds. I like it. I mean, I'm not telling any of you tonight, but
I mean, I guess since I don't remember now if it was you or Robert Huge, but if one of us, if we could have done it in the first episode, I feel like the lightning theory holds up because I did cast Call Lightning, but at a very weenie level, so I guess it couldn't do a lot of damage.
weenie.
And it might have had to deal like maybe it had to be dealt like in succession or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Something like that.
The world
knows?
may never know.
The
No,
No,
One-
we'll know
well,
on
next
we'll,
week
you'll
we'll
tell
find
us
out.
A 3.
later.
Oh, maybe.
We'll make you tell us.
Yeah.
What if it is? What
As
if?
in
What
next
if
week.
that weakness is the key to campaign 2? Look, I was the one to bring it up this week. It's not. It's not. Robert, start writing. He's not here. He's. I
Right
think
now.
he has a home D&D game on Wednesdays that is playing Rime of the Frost Maiden, and I believe they are fighting one of the aspects of Arl tonight. So he is otherwise engaged. That's why he's not here tonight. Just release your notebook. Wait, I have it here, and it's funny because I really wanted to finish. I think you all know I was so close to finishing this notebook that I've been using since season 2, episode 8. So a little ways in. But I had a few pages left at the end, but now those pages are getting used with editing notes. So this whole book is going to be filled up with TLR notes.
Cute.
Let's see.
think I
Should
have
I
mine
should I
right
pick a
here.
page and see if there's an interesting note on it?
Yeah,
last
we
TLR
can all
that
do
I
it.
have?
Episode
Yeah.
season 3, episode 22. Yuan-Ti have sealed the city. Zagara has nowhere to go. Oh.
Oh,
Zagara
no.
is a conduit for prophecy, sees
Zagara.
terrible things for the party. The
Yeah.
birds are freed one by one, and the destroyer awaits. As above, so below.
As above, so below.
Oh
Good times.
my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, there's little tidbits like that all over this place, all over this book.
Oh, I think this is my notebook that I switched from at the top of. That must have been the top of last season because I think that was my TO.
Oh, that's when you switched. Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
Robo. Yeah, I love that. Gotta love a good physical notebook. Yeah. Yeah, I just and there are a few
writing
notes that I
stuff
have.
down.
Yes, it's how I remember.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that was part of why I was struggling like typing all of those notes
They're
in these
all-
episodes.
What does it say? They're
It's-
all siblings.
It says they're
They're all
all siblings, and this is from real early on, I think. So I might have just figured this out. What? No. Oh no, this says season 5.
that-
Never mind.
Season 5.
Oh yes, there was a brief period of time. Oh yeah. They're all half siblings, and nobody knows it except for Fiona. Because at that point, There
We
was
didn't know that yet?
no. I guess.
Really?
I don't know, girl. I don't know.
They're all siblings? By season 5? No, I feel
I
like
know,
we
it's
knew
season
No,
that.
that can't be right. That can't be right.
No.
What was season 5?
Season 5 was travel to and the overworld part
The
of the
Eastern
Eastern
Island,
Island.
right?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
They're
no,
all
I know
siblings.
what that was. That was an abandoned storyline that when we brought Serena on as Fiona, I was like, oh, none of this makes any sense.
okay.
Oh, that they're all siblings with each other.
Yeah.
That it was like the 8 of us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. I mean,
There's all kinds of wild stuff in here.
could it
y'all.
still be true?
Here is
Fan
Could it
fiction.
still be true?
here is the spell table for the Conjurer back from season 4. This page just says so many feelings and then has an initiative tracker.
That must have been consecrating. That must have been the consecration episode or
Yeah.
something.
Ooh. Here is the content warning that we added to the beginning of the episode where the Mage Ascendant gets murdered.
Oh, yes.
Wild. Oh, we should do a deeper dive into this notebook one of these days. All of our
Yeah, that's
notebooks one of
actually-
these days.
I found a
You know
note.
what we actually could release? This is something that we can make public, is that the first map that you ever
Oh,
made.
it's so good.
Actually, can we
It's
release
so
that? I'm asking permission
good.
on air in front of how many? Like dozens of people? Like let's
Yeah,
come
I
on,
have to
like-
I have to take a look. I have to take a close look at it. But yeah, probably.
I think we can.
Yeah, probably. See, I have big
And
dreams
it
taking
is
awesome.
like word. What is that word art? Like it is straight up
It's
like.
so
Oh,
graphic.
it's like kid pics, y'all.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Yeah,
MS
yeah.
Paint.
It's
like
Excellent.
It's made on Microsoft Word.
yeah.
It's excellent. It's so good. The best thing I've ever
Thanks, Shiny
seen.
Noggin. Where is my water actually? Oh, do either of you have water with you? Or something to drink with you? I don't have my water in here,
maybe
and
I have-
Shiny
Oh, I
Noggin
have some
just
water in
Oh,
my
great.
water
I have
bottle.
rosé.
Well, all right, Karin, you get this this hydrate from Shiny Noggin. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in here. There are definitely pages and pages and pages of initiative trackers. Oh, here's another map. Oh, this is a map of Uza's level, Uza and Rithmala and Guard's level of the Arcanium.
What's happening?
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
this was the bad version. The version that I canceled.
I've been
I
delivered
never
a water.
Oh, thanks,
Oh.
Mike.
Oh,
Thanks,
that's
Mike.
nice, Mike.
Um,
Aw.
yeah. Oh, this page has a bunch of stuff on it, but one of the things it says is Mace is gone.
Mace is gone.
I
What
like
is
this
one-
note that I found in mine.
Hmm?
Undulating wave of pinkish flesh. 2 creatures, lesser devils.
Undulating wave,
Undulating flesh.
2 devils.
When was that?
What the
Is there a
fuck?
timestamp?
I think that this is I have an initiative order with Talanis in it.
Oh.
So I think this is when we were in
The
the
tunnels.
Yeah, in the
The
tunnels
tunnels.
evacuating the north. Sounds like a Chuck
Yeah.
Tingle
Oh,
book.
yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah, this notebook actually was one of the first, was part of one of the first, because I see people talking about their notebooks. So this notebook was one of the first like little care packages that Greg Tito at WotC sent me. I had like 3 of these, and this is the only one that maintained a single campaign the whole time. So,
Yay.
all right. Well, any last thoughts about this episode? Again, it's so hard to tease without spoiling, so I don't know if there's anything we can say about next episode other than what we've already said, which is they ain't no time skip. We pick up right in the middle of the shit or the quicksand,
Right where we leave off.
which is stuck in quicksand.
In
80% of the party stuck in quicksand.
good times.
So come back.
So come back for that. If you play Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, please use this code for a free chest. The code is valid until next Wednesday, and thanks to the folks over there, I should be seeing who's online, who we're gonna raid. And that's it, I think. I will be live tomorrow. I'm starting a new game on stream tomorrow. I do not know what it is yet. I have not decided. So that's probably fine. You know what? We are going to go raid Painting Pirate, who's playing some theatrhythm. It looks like a Final Fantasy rhythm-based combat game, which
What?
sounds awesome to me. So we'll go over there.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for hanging out. I will be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, starting a new game. Dishonored is interesting. I don't know if that's on my list, actually. Oh, yes, it is. Sam, I'm going to just have to decide. Anyway, 2 p.m. tomorrow, some new game. Sunday, Rivals of Waterdeep episode 3. Very exciting. We're already almost to the midway point of Masood's part of this season as DM, which is wild. And then next week, Tuesday, streaming at 2 p.m. Eastern, whatever I decide to play tomorrow. And Wednesday, we're back for the last 3. Episode 8 of 10 this season. So that. All right. Thanks so much, y'all. I forgot to start the raid, but it's going now, so we'll be over there just a minute. We'll see you next week. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, get vaccinated and boosted, and wear your masks when you're in groups of people, please. And
Bye,
as always,
everybody.
happy gaming, y'all. Bye.